Reed dance ceremony is taking place at the Royal Palace in KwaZulu-Natal this weekend. Thousands of maidens across KwaZulu-Natal, Swaziland, Mpumalanga and Gauteng will present their wreaths to AmaZulu King Goodwill Zwelithini. Now, for more on this, we joined live by our reporter, Sibonga Mbata. Sibonga, very good morning to you. What's happening there?
A very good afternoon, Blaine. As you can see, it's still very, very busy. Momentum has indeed gained throughout the morning. We will recall that this morning there were very light flashes of rain and it didn't really look promising at all until later on, just a few hours ago, where we saw a glimpse of some bit of sunshine and the rain indeed stopped. So it's all systems go now. The entire ceremony is gaining momentum, and the first batch actually of the maidens is actually coming up, of course led by the Princess Umkhosi. She's leading the royal pack all the way up to Umkhosi at the palace, and of course individually they're going to come up, of course being represented by the different parts of the province and parts of other provinces that they represent. When they came last night and a day before, they were of course coming in groups according to local municipalities, according to local areas. So they come in groups, and in the very same groups that they come in, they are going to ascend all the way up to the royal palace, where they of course will be presenting their wreaths to the king. Just to take you through a bit of what's happening, like I'd mentioned earlier before, that as you can see behind me, they are slowly coming up, of course being led by the Princess Umkhosi. They're going to come up, and then the following group will quickly just come right after them. And of course many things are expected to happen, even though presenting their wreaths before the king is of course the main part of the program, but there are different elements to it, like we have seen every single year since 1984. It continues to grow. The numbers of maidens who attend continue to grow. Like I had mentioned, that it's not just KwaZulu-Natal anymore, it's Gauteng, it's Mpumalanga, it's the Eastern Cape. So the momentum for the occasion every single year continues to grow beyond the borders of this province, and of course that also enables departments to also be part of this momentous occasion, to take opportunity, because beyond just presenting the wreath, there's also educational opportunities that are presented here for the queens, because like the Princess Tembi, we spoke to her earlier on, she said that beyond just reminding them to preserve their virginity, there's also making sure that they learn more about their culture. But of course, what maiden is a maiden who is not educated, so they push forward the element of education. So there's a lot of educational opportunities that are presented here, people presenting bursaries, many of them being taught about how to apply for varsity, because we will recall that maidens come across all ages, from as young as 9 to 10 years old. So from that point, they are also groomed not just to preserve their virginity, but they also learn a lot about their culture, and there's educational opportunities, but there's also awareness discussions, which is very important to the king in particular, because one of the main reasons he brought the wreath ceremony back after it was banned by the apartheid government, he brought it back to make sure that young maidens are the ones who propel not just virginity, abstinence, making sure that they maintain their values, as well as making sure that they preserve their virginity and preserve their culture, but also make sure that they are well educated. We will be keeping you updated as the day progresses. It does promise to be quite an eventful one, but of course the main event being what we are seeing behind me, the main group led by the princess going up to present their wreaths to the king. Studio.
No doubt you will keep us updated. Sibonga Mbata live in KwaZulu-Natal.